Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today me and Anushae, yes, it's a collaboration. Me and her, we're going to be answering the questions that you guys asked us on Instagram and Snapchat. But there's a part 2 of this video on AnushaeSays channel. I'm going to be leaving her link in the description bar below so that you guys can go to her channel and see us answering other questions there. So keep watching you guys, and do not forget to give her and me a thumbs up and a subscription. Bye.
Makeup palette for beginners, I would say sleek eyeshadow palettes are very good. I personally really like the Morphe eyeshadow palettes. They're super pigmented and the shades are so pigmented. I've done my eye makeup using this palette today and I think this is a great palette for beginners. It's not that expensive and the quality of shadows is just really good.
When I started doing my makeup, I think I was 14 or 15 to the max. So no, I've been doing makeup since I was 7 or 8, but when I properly went and bought makeup for myself, so it was there were these palettes by Just Gold, and they're a very local drugstore-ly available brand. I'm sure you guys must have heard of them, but those were the eyeshadow palettes that I bought myself, like this one was for the bronzy eye look, this one was for the smoky eye, and then I bought like 4 of these. This one was more for the whole blue eye look. I mean, they had all the shades, all the transition colors, everything, whatever I needed to understand how basic eyeshadows work. And this one had like the whole pinks, the set of pinks and everything. So these were the ones that I went for when I was a beginner, because they really helped me out, and they were like, what, $3.50 pair? That's just as much as they cost. They were amazing in pigment, they worked perfectly, they had mattes and shimmers to them, so I could choose in between which I want, and this sort of gave me an understanding of which color to be put where, as in that's one of the problems that, you know, the beginners usually face, as in what color to put where. So this gave me a perfect idea as a perfect guide to my makeup sets.
Next question. How do you remove your makeup? I really like to use a cleansing balm to remove my makeup. I hate getting rid of mascara. I feel like it's the hardest thing to wash off. I personally really like using Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm, which looks like this, and it is a very waxy kind of a consistency. Use this, scrub it on your face, and the makeup will just start melting. Even if you have a really thick foundation on, this thing really breaks it down, and then I wash it with a moisturizer. I wash it with a cleanser.
There are 2 things that I literally rely on taking my makeup off. One is the Clinique Take the Day Off. This is for the lashes, the lips, and the waterproof, really you know, thick shit that I have on my eyelashes, because trust me, this is really waterproof. So this is for that, and for the skin makeups, I use the Cool and Cool wipes, as in makeup removing and cleansing wipes. Yeah. So they actually remove oil and waterproof mascara and makeup, and it actually gives me a very nice smell as well as really soft skin. So this is how I remove my makeup.
To apply light lipstick on dark. If you have darker or more pigmented lips, then some lipsticks will look different on your lips compared to if you had lighter lips. The best way to make the lighter shades appear is that you can always put foundation on your lips, so that just blanks out if your lips are too pigmented. Put foundation on, or just if foundation you think is really heavy, then just take a makeup setting powder, put that on your lips, and that will just wash away the darkness, or if you have more pigmentation, and then apply a lighter lip color, and that would really give you somewhat a truer shade to what the lipstick is in the jar.
Foundation or concealer, this will do the trick for you guys. If you have dark lips and you still want to apply a light lipstick, conceal your lips and apply your lipstick. The work is done. It's gonna actually show the color that actually is there in the jar.
How to make your eyes appear bigger with makeup. Now, there are certain tips and tricks that you can do to make your eyes look bigger. First of all, you really need to understand what your eye shape really is. Some people have really nicely defined eyes, some people have smaller eyes, and some people have hooded eyes. Makeup is, you can really shadow areas that you don't want to highlight, and you can highlight areas that you want to accentuate. So if you have smaller eyes, you need to highlight more. Ensure that the crease of your eye is really nicely blended. That will just give your eye so much more depth. Make sure to use shimmery colors on your lids, which will make your eyes pop. Kajal does really open up the eyes. So what you want to do is, you want to take the kajal and at the really bottom of your lash line, stretch it all the way out till the very corner. This will make your waterline seem a lot longer, and you can also do a cat flick with it, which makes eyes look super long.
Skip kajal. Do not apply it. No, not in your waterline. No. So there's a little thing that you need to do in here is, first of all, buy yourself a pair of nice voluptuous lashes, because trust me, that helps more than anything to make your eyes look bigger. So number one would be buy yourself lashes. Number two, a white eye pencil, because when you apply a white eye pencil in your waterline, it tends to accentuate your eyes and it makes it look bigger. And that is what you want to do generally, right? You want to make your eyes look bigger. And if you still want to apply kajal, or if you're someone who feels that you look dead without kajal, so you're going to apply it on your lash line, not in the waterline, on your lash line. That's going to make your eyes look bigger. And oh, by the way, the winged eyeliner also helps in this case. The more you wing it, the better you swing it.
Dry frizzy hair, and if you should get Extenso. Personally, I have never had Extenso get done in my hair, but I have met people who've had all sorts of reviews. Some people have experienced hair fall and some people haven't experienced any hair fall. So it just really depends. There is no like 100% answer for this. Your hair will react to things differently and people react to things differently. If you have dry or frizzy hair, that is a type of hair which is very sensitive itself. So I wouldn't recommend Extenso, because I know in the long term it will damage your hair and your hair might fall off. And if I had that kind of hair, I probably wouldn't do it, and I would go for something which is a bit less harsh, like relaxing. Or maybe a protein treatment in the hair that would make my hair less frizzy. I really avoid heat to my hair because I feel like heat really dries out the hair. Make sure you keep your hair really moisturized, like use a hair mask every other week. Oil your hair every weekend. Almond oil is a very good oil, and I have noticed it work on me. Your number one best friend should be hair masks and oiling.
About Extenso, I've never had Extenso done, as you guys can tell. Duh. But I have family and friends who got Extenso done. They had terrible hair before getting it done, and sometimes it's generally what I've seen that people used to get healthier hair after getting an Extenso done, as in that is what their hair needed. But this is for the people who generally have horrible hair, as in, don't mind me saying it, but you know when your hair look horrible, when they look very unhealthy. So when my cousins and my family members got it done when they had like a total horrible hair situation, so I saw their hair looking way healthier, because yeah, with Extenso comes a lot of hair care, and that hair care generally benefits your hair. So yeah, they grew longer, and then they looked shinier, and then they were more manageable, and that, you know, the hair makes your whole personality, you know, accentuate way more. So it looked better. So I would say Extenso is a to-go. Hair fall, never really heard of it. I mean, not so much. No, not like a major problem, but go for it.
Question: makeup brushes and eyeshadow palette for beginners. As a beginner, I feel like the first makeup brush that I ever bought was off of AliExpress. 5 years down, collecting makeup, I have learned that you should always invest in good makeup brushes. I think the Real Technique brushes are really good. I started collecting Real Technique brushes as soon as I started getting a little bit of money. Favorite Real Techniques makeup brush is the Expert Buffing Face Brush, and I use this for applying my foundation and my concealer. It's just a really great brush.
Makeup brushes. I'm not really a person who is crazy about makeup brushes or anything, because I think I can do a makeup job just as perfectly with my fingers. And I've had a few makeup brushes since the time I started doing my makeup when I was like, what, 14? And I still put those makeup brushes to use. Yes, I've added a few in the collection that, you know, tend to work out way better. But I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I just went and I figured out what brush is for what. As in, if this brush can blend, okay, this is the brush for me. If this brush can apply the eyeliner, okay, so this is the brush for me. And I just made my brush collection like that and haven't really updated it much. And it hasn't really affected my makeup as much. I'm sure you guys liked that video. I want you guys to go to Anusha's channel right now and just check out the other answers that we have answered for you guys.